The Leukemia Lymphoma Society's Light the Night funds research to advance therapies and treatments that are saving lives every day. Friends and family, children, and local corporations all have the power to walk to the end of cancer. The Leukemia Lymphoma Society, they're up next on Bayside. Good morning and welcome to Bayside. I am your host, Shelly Sanders. Just like I said earlier, we are talking all about the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society and their exciting Light the Night walk coming up here on November the 18th. Big stuff happening, Sherry. We've got the executive director here with us. Welcome to the show, Sherry Stead.
Thank you for having us, Shelly.
Yes, I can't, you know, we've had you on, had the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, this particular walk, this fundraiser for several years, and every time I can't believe it's already coming up on a year.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah, we're just a few weeks away.
That's amazing. So you guys are busy. I appreciate you taking the time to come and see us and enlighten us, pun intended.
Yes.
So let's talk about the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society real quick before we jump right in and talk about this exciting walk coming up.
Yes.
Talk to me about its presence here in the Tampa Bay area.
Okay. The Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is the world's largest voluntary health organization dedicated to finding cures for blood cancers. Our mission is to cure leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and Hodgkin's diseases. Well, there is no early prevention. There is no early detection in many cases. We are focused on finding cures and then better access to treatments for our patients and their families.
So when you say you're focused on finding those cures, so it's heavily research oriented then, am I right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So we're doing right now about $6 million of research in the state of Florida. Locally here in Tampa, we're funding just under $900,000 at one of our big partners, Moffitt Cancer Center. And just recently, we have had two major advances just approved by the FDA. You may have heard on the news about the CAR-T immunotherapy.
Sure.
Brand new transformational treatment that was approved for young adults and then people with Hodgkin's lymphoma as well.
And that is something that you guys can take some credit for and helping to bring that about, right?
Right. Yeah, we funded the research.
You're kidding. That is amazing. So it just goes to show that every time that you go and you participate in some of these fundraisers, anytime that you volunteer or donate financially to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, this is proof that your monies, that your efforts are coming to fruition.
Right.
That's incredible. So do you have various trials and things like that nature as well? That go on? And
we actually have a clinical trial that we're running ourselves right now. It's called Beat AML. It's one of our more difficult blood cancers. There has been no new treatments in the last 40 years. Just last year. 40, wow. Yes. So it's something that we're really focusing on. Last year alone, we approved through the FDA 4 brand new drugs for it. And we are running our own master clinical trial, which is the first time any nonprofit has done this. Usually it's the pharmaceutical company or the educational institution. We're running the master trial in conjunction with the pharmaceutical companies, about 8 different ones, and then about 10 different hospitals around the country are participating in this.
Now, is that typical for a society like yourself to do that?
Not at all. We are the first ones to do this.
Wow, that's exciting.
And we're working with the FDA right now. They are now telling us this is how clinical trials should be run for all cancer patients because it's completely open. The pharmaceutical companies must share the information and all the patients get something, no one gets a placebo, and we think it's going to be some cocktail of these drugs that's going to be the next best cure or treatment for them.
So you're actually spearheading an effort. So that's even bigger than just a project.
Yes.
To be able to say, hey, we were the trendsetters. We were the reasons why in the future now other organizations can do the same thing.
Yes, and we have had so much success with treatments for blood cancers that several of these drugs are going on now to study other diseases like brain cancer, breast cancer, rheumatoid arthritis, things like that. We are convinced we're going to find the cure for cancers in our lifetime, but it's going to start with blood cancers.
Wow, that just gave me chill bumps to hear you say that. I love the ownership of that. That's good for you, and so apropos that it's the executive director with such confidence saying that. I love it. So for families locally that are living with these blood cancers, what does it mean for these families? What is it that, I mean, I get that, yes, you're there and you're spearheading these things, you've got your trials, you're there, but in addition to that, as you know too well, that this affects more than just the patient.
Right.
So how is it that the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society steps up for everyone?
We help our patients in a lot of different ways. So research is the first one. We do a lot of free education for the patients, the caregivers, and the medical professionals, and anything we do for our patients is absolutely free. One of the best things we provide is copay assistance, and this is something that not a lot of other nonprofits do that we're really proud of. So for example, last year in our chapter alone, we provided over $1,962,000 in copay assistance.
That's just on a local level?
Just here.
Oh my goodness. Repeat that number?
Yeah, $1,962,000.
That's almost $2 million.
Yes.
Wow, just in copay assistance. Now that speaks volumes for, if you're able to do that for just copay assistance, and you've got all this additional research, all the other resources that you're able to give to your patients and their families, that's incredible. Then that means that the donations and the financial assistance that you're getting just on a local perspective is huge. No wonder you take ownership in that statement. We're going to find a cure, and it starts with the blood cancers. Wow, and kudos to you at home out there for being able to step up and assist and offer financial donations and volunteer hours. So,
and one of the biggest things that we're doing right now in response to the hurricanes, so the LLS organization has put aside $1 million to help our patients in the affected areas by Hurricane Irma, Maria, over in Texas, and now Puerto Rico as well, and the wildfires. So if they are affected with a blood cancer, they can apply right on our website, lls.org, and we will give them financial assistance for that as well.
Perfect.
To help replace drugs, things like that, that they may have lost in these horrific...
All right. Well, you heard her, lls.org, but in the meantime, we're going to tell you about a fantastic event coming up, lightthenight.org. That's the website, /sun. You're looking at it right there. Have a look. While we take a break, we're coming back to tell you all about it. Welcome back to Bayside. I am your host, Shelly Sanders, and we've been talking with Miss Sherry Stitt all about the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and they have a fantastic event, fundraiser coming up here on November the 18th, Light the Night. You may have heard of it, right? And I'm sure you've already checked it out because that's the website that you're looking at right there, lightthenight.org /sun. Now, you have to join in this walk. It's so fantastic. It's so beautiful and impressive just being there. Joining us now, in addition to Sherry, is Bill Giesking. Welcome to the show. Man of many hats right now, especially this time of year. Am I right?
You are absolutely right, Shelly. It's my honor to be the Executive Challenge Chair for Leukemia Society and Light the Night.
For sure.
Yeah.
And you, if he looks familiar, maybe Director of Pepin.
Yep, I'm Director of Marketing with Pepin Distributing Company,
Yes.
so I'm the ambassador for beer.
So you get to have a fun time no matter where you go,
No matter
right?
what I do, I'm having fun and making friends is our business.
Absolutely. And wow, what a great friend you have here.
They have been wonderful partners. The Leukemia Society does such great work right here in our community. And Light the Night, the event itself is so inspiring because we're united together as a community and helping each other. So it's real fun.
For sure. Bill, I can sense just sitting with you talking about it in this short amount of time, I can sense the enthusiasm and the passion about it. Why did you decide to get involved with this?
Well, another fundraiser that the Leukemia Society does is called Man and Woman of the Year. And I was nominated to be a candidate for Man of the Year. And I went on to win Man of the Year, and I think that was back in 2009, so that's quite a long time ago. But ever since then, I've been serving on the board and worked on Man and Woman of the Year for quite a few years, and now on Light the Night. So because I got connected to it myself, you know,
Sure.
I found out. What I learned was I didn't have a mission connection with my family or anything, but once I started raising money and asking people to support me, I found out how many people are impacted by this terrible disease. It was amazing to me.
It is incredible. And then to be at the event is just, it epitomizes the word awesome. It really is. So without further ado, tell me all about it. What's coming up here on November the 18th?
It's on November 18th. It's over at Channelside. The construction doesn't impact us at all over there, so come on out and have fun. It is a real beautiful walk along the Bayside there and into the port.
Sure.
So that's kind of neat because you not always get a chance to walk around the port like that.
Right.
1.2 miles of walk, so you're done pretty quickly. And when you come back, we have fireworks and music, and the Port of Tampa is sponsoring a wonderful fireworks show.
Oh, cool.
Music and fun and lots of things for the family to do.
Sure. And they call it Light the Night because
we like to bring light to the darkness of cancer.
Love
and
it.
we're one of the few walks that are during the night itself.
Yes. And what a beautiful location.
It really is. And it's only going to get better because, you know, the Tampa community is a wonderful place already. And with what we're doing in downtown, I'm excited about next year and being at the same location.
Yeah.
It would be great.
Be really a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
So tell me about, like, okay, registration, it starts at what, 5?
Yeah.
5 o'clock.
For those individuals, I mean, this is those events where teams are really cool to put together and raise a lot of money. How do you go about that?
Well, Executive Challenge is a good example of that because we engage companies and executives in those companies to recruit team members. And so it's a wonderful way for companies to get employee engagement and all kinds of excitement and work together. And so the idea is just to recruit some of your employees, family, and friends. And the more people you have in your network, the better off you're going to be in terms of raising funds.
Sure. I mean, I've even seen groups of kids get together, you know, like a youth group from a church. I've seen all kinds of, I love how creative everyone gets. For you at home, hint, hint, get together a group, raise some funds.
Get together a group, that's the way to do it.
It just starts there, just a simple, get the group together, and I can't think of a more beautiful time of year, and the venue is spectacular.
It is a very fun, united, inspirational event that I'd like to see everybody in the Tampa Bay community come out and do.
Sherry, perhaps you could elaborate on just how important it is for you to have these kind of sponsors that come out. Who are some of the main sponsors anyway?
Moffitt, of course, is one of our
Sure.
big ones. Tico Energy. We are honored to have Will Weatherford chair our event this year. Weatherford Partners are also a large sponsor. Pepin Distributing, of course. Thank you to CW for being one of our media partners.
Sure.
We have SPP as well, and the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Vinnick Family Foundation. So we have a lot of great sponsors this year.
I mean, it's always so nice to be able to give that shout out where it's due, right?
Yeah.
So how important is something like this in terms of fundraising for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society?
Yeah.
It's extremely important to us. This is one of our signature events. And it helps us fund that copay assistance, that research that we're funding, the support groups that we offer to our patients and their families. Travel assistance is something else that we offer, so it helps fund all of those initiatives.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, just to remind you, in case you're just tuning in or you have forgotten, almost $2 million worth of copay assistance, and that's just copay assistance.
Right.
That number is still astounding to me. So with all of these things, it's not possible to do without events like this.
Right.
Right.
The travel assistance, the research, the copay assistance, et cetera. So the numbers are astronomical, and we are talking about on a local level, mind you. Ultimately, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, this is something, cancer, blood cancers, it affects all of us.
Right.
Regardless of, I love what you said, you didn't have necessarily a family tie in.
Right, that mission connection wasn't there when I first signed up for Man and Woman of the Year, but I learned over time that I do indeed have a mission connection to a lot of friends and family.
Absolutely. It's amazing when you start to talk to others just how connected or how little separation there is between you and what you didn't think that you were really connected to, isn't it?
I learned a lot about a lot of friends.
Any favorite stories that so far that you've come across, or is that just wow?
It's been an overwhelming run for me with being on the board. We've done some great work, and I think the most important thing is that we've helped so many people here in this community, and that the money stays local, and we've got great events. We've got great people at the Leukemia Society who care very, very much about our patients, and it's all about the patients.
Sure, and that's huge. The money stays local. Did you hear that? It stays local. So log on to lightthenight.org/sun. That's the website that you're looking at right there. That'll give you all the info that you need in order to get signed up, all the intel, all the lowdown. It's going to be right there. We'll have a link for you on ours as well, cw44.com. Welcome back to Bayside. I'm your host, Shelly Sanders. We've been talking all about the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's upcoming fundraiser, Light the Night. It's happening at Bayside, our channel side, right in the heart of downtown Tampa on November the 18th. Registration, well, it technically starts now, but if you wait, 5 p.m. on that date. And I can't think of a better way to spend your evening than walking along that path. It's so beautiful. You're looking at the website, by the way, right there for you at home. Bring light to the darkness of cancer. I love this campaign. It's just such a beautiful story. And I have to welcome Jean Gaspar to the show. Jean, how relevant is that statement, their campaign, to you personally and your life?
Oh, well, it's very relevant. I was diagnosed with chronic myelogenous leukemia, known as CML, in March of 2008, so almost 10 years ago. My doctor at that time told me if I had been diagnosed 5 years earlier, they would be testing my family for a bone marrow transplant candidate. So in that brief amount of time, instead, I was put on a prescription of an oral pill known as Gleevec. This is the magic pill. So I've been taking this every day for almost 10 years. And in many cases, when my blood is tested, the leukemia is undetectable.
If that doesn't give you chills, I don't know what would. That is absolutely, congratulations,
Thank
first
you.
of all,
Well,
first and foremost. I mean, that is
I'm very
huge.
blessed with this whole, because I handle the medication very well, and not everybody does. So it's not lost on me just how fortunate this has worked out in my situation.
Well, what is also not lost is the fact that we are very blessed and feel that to have you here and being able to share your story. Is this the same medication or the same type of cancer that you were referring to earlier, Sherry?
No, it's a little bit different.
Just a little bit different, but it is due to research that the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society has been able to do, that you're able to be in these shoes and your family members weren't trying to save you via bone marrow transplants, which is extremely painful and hard.
Yes, that's when it gets
Just
real
find a
serious.
match.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is also, Gleevec has saved the lives of over 300,000 CML patients.
Wow.
So this was, when I call it the magic pill, I'm not
Literally.
joking, really. It really was, it was a home run when this was brought on the market.
So I don't even have to ask you, so what is your connection to Light the Night? At all. I mean,
Oh, gosh.
I'm so happy to say that we will see you there.
We will absolutely be there.
So, Light the Night, really quickly, because we didn't really talk about that. One of the reasons why it is lit up is because of lanterns. Tell me the story of the lanterns and the
Right.
different colors.
So there are 3 different color lanterns: white, red, and gold. White for the survivors, red for the supporters, and gold for the people who are walking in memory of someone.
And happy to say that you will be carrying a white one.
Yes, I'm happily
correct?
carrying a white one.
All right, so you at home, you want to come out on November the 18th. It starts at 5 p.m. That's registration, or you get a team together now. But the website you're going to go to, lightthenight.org/sun, S-U-N. All right, check it out. We're going to come back after these messages. As always, I want to thank you at home for joining us this week on Bayside. And of course, Sherry, thank you so much for being here. And Jean, I am in honor of just the fact that we have you here.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
Truly
We appreciate it.
blessed. And congratulations again. All right, for you at home, get out, get involved. Lightthenight.org/sun. We'll have a link for it on our website. Check it out.